mom. Say hi.
Hi.
This is my mom, and as you can see, she has a nice face of makeup right here. So we just filmed a video of her getting her foundation routine done, and there are some things that I do want to point out that we did do a contour, so right up here, cheeks, sides of her nose, we took care of that. Also, if you guys didn't notice already, which hopefully you didn't because that was the point of this video, my mom actually bit her lip the other day at the gym, and she left herself a nice little bruise right here. So the point of this video is to kind of show you how to color correct a lot of, dark circles and especially this bruise. And yes, you can still see it a little bit, but there are some products on top covering it. And so in this video, you are going to see how to color correct any type of bruising. Also, hi. I'm right here. I will not be in this video, but you will see my hands moving through, and I apologize for any of this, of me covering anything. I tried my best to kind of keep my arms around her face rather than on top. So if you want to see how to get a foundation routine very similar to the one that my mom has and how to color correct any dark circles or bruising, then go ahead and keep on watching. Thumbs up. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so she's like kind of camera shy. As you can see, my mom has a little bit of a bruise right here. So what happened? Go ahead and tell my followers what happened.
I bit my lip
What were you doing?
exercising.
She was exercising and she bit her lip. On the inside there's a nice little bruise, and she has this nice purple little bruise right here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to cover up purple bruises or any if you have a bruise. And luckily she has this bruise on her face, so it's perfect. So we can do makeup, but this can work for like legs or anything that happens. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Profusion, it's kind of worn off here, but this is a concealer palette. But I'm going to take this orange shade right here. I'll go ahead and put it a little closer. And I'm just going to start by taking a brush, a flat shader brush, and I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put it right on her bruise. And this is going to help to color correct the purple. So as you can see, I'm just taking it and patting it, and as you can see, it's already making a difference. But there is clearly a color difference because her skin does not have a yellow undertone really. So the orange looks silly, so I'm going to have to cover that. Next up, I'm going to take my Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics, and just because it says under eye doesn't mean you necessarily have to put it under your eye. But this is a very, very thick concealer, and so it works for right here, and I do want to conceal it just to give it some extra coverage. I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my finger, and I'm going to put that right on top where I just put that orange concealer. Okay, so now I'm going to take, I patted it in with my finger, I'm going to take my Real Techniques blending sponge, and it's wet down, and I'm just going to start patting this in to her chin. And I don't want you to go like this. So I'm having her, because she does have a few like lines in her skin, and I don't want any creasing, so I want to kind of pat into those lines any of the products so it doesn't come into her creases. And that doesn't mean she has wrinkles, it means that she has creases in her skin. Okay, so that bruise is still there, and that's okay. I'm going to do the rest of her face. So this is the Spackle Hydrating Moisturizing Under Makeup Primer by Laura Geller. And she always likes to say this, but anytime she does her makeup, she doesn't use primer because she thinks it's spackle for your skin, but it's funny because this stuff is actually called spackle. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put it all over her skin, on her cheeks. And she does have some acne scars kind of from when she was younger. So this is going to help kind of fill in those scars all over her face. And then they're not everywhere, just kind of on her cheeks right here. And I can already see that this primer is doing a really good job getting in there. So next up, I'm going to take the Bye Bye Under Eye once again, and I'm going to put this under her eyes just to help the bags under her eyes. She uses, what is it called? The Lotus Eye Gel. And that stuff has helped. So I'm just taking this right under her eyes and with my fingers and patting that in. And now I'm going to take my sponge one more time and blend that in further. So as you can see that the concealer is sitting perfectly on top. It's not settling into her creases because of that primer we used, which is really nice. So now I'm going to take the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation in the shade 203 Nude Beige. It looks perfect on her. I'm going to take this with my sponge and I'm just going to start patting this all over her skin. So now she has a good layer of foundation on there. I'm not going to put too much because my mom doesn't like a good cake face like some of us do, so we just put a pretty light layer on there. as you can see, this bruise is becoming less and less noticeable. So now I'm going to take the Maybelline Master Conceal, and we are layering a lot of product on her face, but we're only going to put a very light layer of this, and we're going to put this right under her eyes just to highlight that area, to again try to take the dark out of the unders of her eyes. So I'm going to take this on my fingers, and I'm just going to tap this again, just like we did with the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, right under her eyes, bridge of her nose, Cupid's bow right here, and her chin, just to highlight those higher areas of her face. Sorry. Okay. So that's nice and blended in. And so one thing about using a lot of wet product on your face is you have to make sure that you are setting it. So I'm going to take the Milani Powder Foundation, and then this is in the shade 01 Shell right here. It looks just like this. It has a nice mirror. So I'm going to take this and set everywhere that I put that concealer, and this is a Real Techniques foundation brush. I am going to give her a little bit of a contour just to add a little bit of definition to her face. So kind of just right here, top of her forehead, and maybe the sides of her nose if she... Do you want to contour your nose?
Sure.
Okay, so I am going to take my eyeliner, and I know I get a lot of crap for this. I get it. Not kosher. And this is a nice angled fluffy brush with that product, and I'm going to tap it in a couple times just to load up the product a little bit. Take it on the back of my hand, make sure there's not too much, and I'm going to start getting the sides of her cheeks. Do not take it down too far, because we don't want to make her look like she has a beard, right? You don't want a beard, do you? Probably. Turn. And I'm doing a very light layer of this. I don't want anything too heavy. Now, if it were my own face, I would have chiseled cheeks to the heavens. And I want you to turn this way so you can... You want it to be a little bit darker in the back and kind of fade into a lighter color towards the front. Good. And turn. And I'm also going to get the top of her forehead, add a little bit of definition here. And then I am going to take it down the bridge of her nose just a little bit on each side, just to make her nose look a little bit thinner. Tip of her nose a little bit, like that. Okay. Just to make sure that it is blended in with her eye socket a little bit, I'm going to take a blending brush and some of that product, and I'm going to take right here, turn to the side so they can see, right from the top of the bridge of her nose into the crease of her eye, because that's where the crease of your nose, or the crease of your eye, blends into the side of your nose. So I'm going to just add a little bit of a shadow going right there. Now I'm going to bronze up her skin just a little bit, so I'm going to take my fluffy brush, and this came in an e.l.f. pack, and my bronzer by Physicians Formula, and this is in the shade Bronzer, and I've used this in past videos, and I'm just going to bronze up her skin so it's not so flat. So this is going to add a little bit of definition to your face, add a little bit of, you know, make things not look so flat. So this is the Wet n Wild Fergie highlighter, but this is from the Center Stage collection, and a lot of this has been discontinued, but I still have mine. Haha, in your face. So I'm going to take this on the high points of her face, so on the tops of her cheekbones. And this is a Luxie 514 blush brush. And if you guys stay updated with my videos, you saw this in a Ipsy bag opening, so top of her cheekbones all the way up to her temples. I'm also going to take this down the bridge of her nose, just a little bit, and her chin, to take the top of her chin and kind of push that out. And I'm also going to take this on her Cupid's bow. Okay, and go ahead and give a full go side to side, so slowly side and turn. Good. And as you guys see, the bruise on her lip is now diminished. You barely see it. Of course, there's going to be some bruising still, but as far as nice big purple splotches on her face, those are gone. So thank you, Mom, for being in my video. Do you have anything to say to my followers?
She's really good.
Do you like it? Do you like
Yeah.
her face? She doesn't usually do full foundation, but I think that I like this. It looks good on her. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. What do they have to do?
Like Devin's video.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to Devin's channel.
And share it to all of her
And
friends.
share it with all of your friends.
Alright, okay, I'll see you guys in my next video.